Start. All right. We should be live. So welcome in everyone. I'll just quickly drop it in Telegram as well. All right, give me a second. Good. Now I need the chat.
Good.
Where is
I'll
the chat?
continue to have a look on.
All right, here's the, oh, this is the wrong window.
Telegram.
I will additionally set up a Discord stream for you, so you can see it live if I miss to time the.
You are aware of the fact that we can only see
Yeah, the
your
iCloud.
iCloud drive? Okay. Very nice. Loving it.
Very nice. So, ready to go. Starting it up. Hope we are all feeling good. So this is basically the last test run for the presentation. Since you all know, tomorrow we will drive as a team to Switzerland. And we will have the 2 days of live event there, which is very exciting, I have to say.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, you all should be able to see everything now. So I guess, just let me take a look at the stream. Now this is too many windows here, I tell you. Clear, good to go, perfect.
YouTube is working fine.
Can you turn up volume a bit? Only a little bit. But you should be able to hear me clearly now. Is the block? No. Blockchain dev is not coming with us. Simplify is, but not the blockchain dev. Sadly. I guess in future live events, he might also be able to join there. But we will see. All right. I think we are good to go because as you all might know, we are a little bit short on time. Need to ready up everything. So I guess we should start, or we will start right away with the presentation, I guess. AJ?
Yes, for sure. Just get it running.
All right, then let's go.
Give me just one more second.
Scott here. Nice, Scott. Nice to have you in here. Welcome in.
Yeah, a warm welcome from my side as well. I'm glad you're all here with us. Just getting my notes fixed. But I guess I'll do it free, like always. What structure's coming up tonight? Well, we first have the introduction, introducing you guys and future investors to the topics of the presentation today. I will then proceed to talk about our vision. What were initial plans? What are we wanting to achieve? And how can we literally change the world with this project? After that, Paul will tell you something about the ecosystem. How are things running? How are things going? What's happening? What makes us scalable? What makes us sustainable? Why are we more than just a passive income token? After that, we will talk about the existing key utility for now of the ecosystem, the first thing we got running with the token itself. How does it help the company? How does it work in itself? After that, I will keep talking about the company, giving you some insights, what's happening with the next steps, why is the company important, what's the use of a company as a token, and we round up this thing with the closing statement, and after closing statement, you are able to ask your questions. During the presentation, we probably won't be able um, to answer all of your questions. If it's on the slides themselves, just in the top right corner, you see the number of the slide. Just add the numbers so that we afterwards can refer to it, because this presentation is planned on holding in front of a live audience as a one take. So in Zug itself, there will be a Q&A after the presentation, and we will handle it like this today, because it's basically the last practice before it. When we continue with the slides, with slide 3 and 4, we will have, I'm watching YouTube, I'm sorry. Now I have the Discord opened, now I see it in real time. I love to start with a quote, and I love to start with a quote of a most fascinating person, one of the most influential entrepreneurs there have been on this planet. And Steve Jobs said, the people who are crazy enough to change the world are the ones who do. And the thing is, things change over time, yeah? Circumstances change over time. But if we want to change the world of investing, one thing cannot change, and that's the vision. So all of the project is built onto a vision we had. Yeah? And not only we at BD Capital want to change the world, all of our investors, all of our community has the same thought: changing the world, turning the world into a better place. And the cough there, that's a strength only few startups can provide. Having a clearly defined vision and a dedicated group of people helping them. Yeah. And so I think we are crazy in the Telegram chat and in the Reddit and on the Twitter. We are crazy. And we are crazy enough to change the way people will invest in the future. And in the next 40 or so minutes, we will tell you how we will do it. And starting with this, I'll take a deeper look into our vision. If we skip to the next slide, we have basically provided a short summary or summed up the 4 key parts that makes us different from conventional investing, and the 4 key parts that makes us that makes us special enough to be a company and a project to be considered for the long term and for the infinite growth. Yeah. Important thing in investing and in the real world investing is the transparency. No one provides transparency the way we can do it. We have no hidden fees. We have fees. We have rather high fees, I'd say, in comparison to like a normal indexed fund. Well, we have no hidden fees, no continuous fees, no yearly fees. No, we have just a buy and a sell tax, and that's it. That's transparency. No one else provides. And the second big part on transparency is everything in the blockchain is trackable. That means we can't hide anything. Yeah? No fraud, no hidden accounts, just the most transparent way for a company to manage the cash flow. Just hard digital facts, if you want, if you want to say so. And to my knowledge, we are the only investment project in the world that is so open on that fact. Yeah, because you might have the scammers in the crypto universe that are not transparent with transactions or with wallets, you can ask us for a team wallet or something like this, and we will answer. And we can't hide transactions because it's the blockchain. And we not only are transparent with that, but this is a sort of advertisement we have. Hey, check us out. We have nothing to hide. And if you convert this to the real world, no investment fund or something in the investment world whatsoever has this level of transparency. You can't go to Standard & Poor's, you can't go to BlackRock and ask them, oh, let me have a look into your transactions of your fund. They will laugh at you and then they will throw you out of the building. But here you can. And I think with this level of transparency, we're just better than the others on a humanitarian level of things, which makes us unique if you compare us to conventional investings. Second vision of us, second goal for us is building a bridge. We're not only building the bridge between real world and crypto assets, bringing them together in just one type of investment. We combine the crypto side and the conventional side. This itself could be a big vision, but we want more. Yeah, we want to build a bridge between young and old by creating a way for everyone to participate in the new online world. Basically, making it easier for non-crypto dudes to invest into crypto. We also want to build a bridge between crypto experts and mainstream beginners. You can track all of your actions, but you don't have to. You can use Telegram and PancakeSwap and the Reddit and Twitter to be part of the community, but you don't have to. So basically, we're building a world where both sides can join in. So making it easier for beginners, but still providing enough knowledge and enough depth for experts. And on the topic community, community is a factor. All traditional methods of investing just completely ignore. I can say it like this way. Yep. They just don't care about their community. They're just caring on making money. And the power of community itself is so undervalued these days. Because, for example, what would Apple be without the Apple followers? It's just a tech company, but they build a brand, they have a strong community, and therefore are like a religion for some people. And what's Elon Musk without Reddit, without Twitter? Just a way, kind of a normal guy. But community is key. It was 10 years ago, but it's now even more. And in the future, it will be even more. And the communities itself, they have more impact as they can imagine. Sad example, but look at the Ukraine. They committed as a community and they can hold off the Russian people for way longer than everybody thought. So if you translate this, if we let you partake in the key investment decisions, we not only have our 4 eyes looking over something, but 1,000 eyes or more. Therefore, making better decisions as a team, as a big team of investors. And we are, to my knowledge, we are the world's first. There's no conventional conventional fund at all, and no real crypto fund that is doing it the way we're doing it. We are world's first. But that attracts investors. Becoming part of the things you invest money in makes channels your power. And that makes it powerful because if you think about possible investments, if you think about a way to run the fund, if you think on some ICOs that the fund could partake, yeah, you scouting for potential and you advertising us with word of mouth, and this usually costs a hell of a lot administration fees. But we're doing it as a team, so we can give back the earnings from that, because we don't have to pay these fees to a fund manager, something like this. This shows and this pays off, really. And for the sustainability, because we plan being around for a long, long time, and therefore we have to be sustainable. We're not that pumping crypto project like 90% of the others are. We take the thing serious, and you can tell that. We have to make our vision sustainable, therefore. BD Capital is scalable in a way you might not have seen this in conventional investing. Yeah, because we have so many possibilities. The crypto market is in its child shoes. Yeah, we can go from here, we can go everywhere, and can combining this, building a bridge to conventional worlds where we can provide services with already existing things. So we can profit from old things, or we can partake in the new things. And this makes this project, this company, so sustainable, because there will be never a lack of ideas, but also it makes it scalable. Scalability is, what does your $1 do that you invest? How can it scale? And this is the scalability is on a scale I've never seen before in investing. And that's what makes us special. And that's why we are creating not only the token, but a whole ecosystem around it to profit from all the possibilities that are out there. Let's put it this way. And for the ecosystem, I think Paul has some words to say.
So I guess I will take over from from here. Basically, we can switch up the things to the ecosystem and the token, yeah, which are basically my parts. Giving you a little bit of insight, yeah, for the ecosystem, the token itself. How does it work from the technical side? How will it work, our ecosystem in the future? And I guess we can just continue to the first slide, yeah, which gives a pretty easy idea of what do we want to achieve with the company BD Capital, which is actually running the token, the fund, and also the utilities behind everything. Yeah, as you can see here with these little circles, yeah, with the token, utilities, and community fund. This is not a ecosystem in which the fund is staying for itself, the utilities are staying for itself, and the token are staying for itself. In our ecosystem, in the BD ecosystem, we want to create an ecosystem in which the things go hand in hand together, and letting every single holder participate in literally every single move we make. Yeah, the first step for this part is the token itself. You are investing in the token, Banker Stream, and with the token itself, you are qualified to participate in the yield generated from the company. Yeah, it's not only the BUSD rewards, it's not only the fund yield in the future, but it's additionally also yield generated through our utilities. Yeah, we will talk a little bit about the utilities in a second, but basically this is the main idea. Very, very important here. Yeah, we are always, everything we are adding in our ecosystem, we will always figure out a way for the holders to actually participate in the utilities and in all of the upcoming things. Yeah, which is very important because, as you are all aware, yeah, we could make our own launchpad. Yeah, the price of the token will rise with an working launchpad, for example. But then again, we could keep the fees for ourselves. Yeah, we could keep the fees in the company itself, 100% of the fees. We could just keep them. Yeah, as yeah, let's say people usually do with running utilities. Yeah, of course, we need to figure out a fitting number, because then again, our kind of utilities, they need a lot of admin work behind it. Yeah, especially with the whole vetting process and everything. But in the end, every single holder will always participate in the whole ecosystem. Yeah, so the more successful we get with our BD ecosystem in total, the better it is for every single holder. Not only for this, yeah, let's say obvious price reasons with the market cap rising in the token itself, yeah, but especially for the reason and the intention to hold the token and to be able to participate in the ecosystem and create, yeah, a form of income for yourself, yeah, which is the ultimate goal in the future. Yeah, we want to create sustainable ways of income for every single holder, which is, by the way, crypto and DeFi makes this possible very easy. Yeah, as we can see. It's like not very easy, yeah. But then again, this is the possibility the DeFi space brings, and this is what we want to abuse. Yeah, this potential in the DeFi space. Yeah, running a company in which every single holder can automatically participate in all of the earnings of the company. But then again, can just move on, yeah, into the first utility, the community fund itself. Basically, this is just a way of investing as a crowd, yeah, as a crowd in the community fund. The twist we added into the fund itself is that, yeah, basically everyone can suggest, for example, an investment case. Yeah, we will then check it. We will have a whole vetting process going on, doing the background checks for possible investments. So this means basically there are 3 different categories. There's the community, there is the long-term potential, and there is the team actually running the token, the business, whatever. Yeah. 3 key components which we are checking. If we are checking them in a, let's say, positive way, we will set up a community poll, yeah, through our dashboard, which is updated already. Yeah, there's only the fund part, which I will update after the AMA. But there you can see a voting system. So every single holder is qualified to have a vote or to participate in the vote, for example, for upcoming investments in the community fund. In the end, we all together decide if a investment should be added or should not be added. So if you want to make a future suggestion, just keep in mind there are, yeah, let's say some things which need to be checked beforehand. Yeah, this business needs to create passive income, especially for the fund. Yeah, so if it is through a different reward token, through staking, through a property in the metaverse or something like this, yeah, but it needs to create passive income in some form. This is very, very important. The other very important part is we do not want to actively trade in the fund, yeah. If we invest as a community, we will dollar cost average investments in until we reach a certain wallet size. Yeah, of course, it is harder to reach certain wallet sizes in very big projects or big market cap things or blue chip tokens, and very easy to obtain big wallet sizes in ICOs. Just be aware of this one, but we will always dollar cost average into the investments. And then we want to hold them. We want to strengthen the overall crypto space. We want to, of course, keep our projects healthy. And if we ever need to dollar cost average a little bit of profit out, we will always do this in a very, very healthy way. We are not hurting the project at all. This is just a quick overview. In what are we invested right now? Yeah, we are invested in different reward tokens. We are invested into staking. We have ICO investments, and we will add a treasury. Yeah, this treasury contains Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, and Algorand in the future. This is for the cross-chain risk management. Yeah, of course, we do not want to only stick to the BSC space with the fund. And then again, it opens up the possibility for Ethereum projects, projects on Matic, etc. pp. Yeah. Very important here, there's always more to come. Yeah, we are a very, very young business. Yeah, we launched 18th of December. This is nothing which you can just build overnight. Yeah, this is a process which takes time. You are all very, very early here listening to this presentation from AJ and me. In the future, there's more to come. As I said before, there are a lot of interesting things in the DeFi space. Metaverse, yeah, properties on the metaverse. We can participate in mining, we can participate in yield farming. And then again, in the future, we want to build a bridge between real assets and the crypto world. This hasn't really been done before, not in the way we want to do it. So basically, for example, we want to invest as a community in real estate. And then this real estate generates true rent, yeah, after taxes and everything, a certain part of yield for us. Yeah, this is a regulation process we need to fulfill in the beginning. Yeah, not, as I said before, also not doing this overnight. Yeah, this takes some time, but this is the ultimate goal. Yeah, building the bridge between crypto and real assets. So this for the fund. Yeah. Once the fund is running at a decent size, yeah, you will see it growing a lot. You will see a yield distribution. So the fund is, since we are only investing long term and then passively holding the different investment cases, you will see a certain amount of yield being generated. For example, through a reward token in which we participate in. Yeah, 75% for now are used as dividends. So 75% of the fund yield being generated will be redistributed to every single holder. Now, this is a very, very big chunk. Just imagine this fund, for example, sitting at a total worth of 100 million and generating per month, for example, a turnaround of, let's just say 100,000 per month. We would be able to pay out 75%, so 75,000 per month through the fund yield. Additionally, on top to the BUSD rewards, yeah, because as we all know, a reward token is always bound to daily volume. 25% of the fund yield will be used for marketing and or compounding. Very important part here, yeah. If we do not need additional funds for marketing, we will either use it for compounding or for charities. Yeah, for example, if there is something happening as in Ukraine, we have a sustainable way to donate money as a community. But this very basic, yeah, this is a straightforward concept, but then again, hasn't been done yet. And it has huge potential, especially once in the future, if we are able to integrate real assets, as for example stocks or real estate, yeah, just as an example. And a lot of potential there for the future. Now, taking a look at the BD ecosystem, yeah, this is something which we are building on top of the company itself. Yeah, we are currently already developing the Launchpad version 1. This is like the mini version of the Launchpad. This will include a charity platform, a private sale platform, and a crowd sale platform. Yeah, every project which is listed on this Launchpad version 1 will have a background check. Yeah, so only projects which we consider as safe are able to list on these platforms. Yeah, this is the first step we are taking towards a fully functional Launchpad, including everything a project would need in the future. The Launchpad version 2, which is stage B of the ecosystem right now, so for the mapped out and planned ecosystem right now, will be including a expansion of the existing private and crowdfunding platform into a fully functional Launchpad. We will always add our own twists to the Launchpad itself. Yeah, so basically the main key thing why we do want to create the Launchpad is the background checking. Yeah, you cannot, as a project, just simply go there, pay a little bit of money, and list on our launchpad. Yeah, this is not the way this works. We will always have the background checks, and only if we consider it safe, it is able to actually launch on the launchpad. Not easy to do so. Yeah, of course, we cannot 100% guarantee anything. We are still in crypto. But then again, it should give more security, especially in this very volatile and sometimes a little bit dangerous crypto space. Stage C includes a NFT marketplace. Yeah, then again, with our own twists to it. Artists can mint NFTs there. Yeah, they can launch their NFTs there. Different things being included in this marketplace. This is stage C. If you're looking at stage D, which we call the market maker, yeah, this includes further developing the existing launchpad and marketplace into a completed ecosystem for crypto. This includes a DEX, this includes lending platform, and even more additions planned yet, which we did not map out 100% yet. Yeah. Need to cough, sorry. So basically, this is what is built on top. Now, the great part about the BD ecosystem is that every single holder, yeah, obviously projects or, for example, artists on the NFT marketplace, they need to pay a fee. So, for example, if we take, just as an example, Pink Sale right now, a project which is launching on Pink Sale would need to pay a certain amount of BNB. They need to give away a certain percentage of tokens which are used for the pre-sale, and they need to give away a certain amount of the BNB which are raised through the pre-sale. Yeah. So fees are always included. Yeah, of course, there's nothing which we can do for free, especially with background checks and everything going on. But then again, every single holder will be qualified to participate in a part of the fee. And this are, on top, next to the BUSD rewards of the token itself, next to the fund yield, these are very sustainable sources of income for the company itself, and additionally for every single holder. Yeah. Very, very exciting, especially since we are already developing Launchpad version 1. Yeah, and this development process is no process which will take like 6 months. Yeah, you don't need to be scared of very, very long waiting times. But then, of course, right now, since we are in the very early stage of the development, can give an exact date. Yeah, but it won't be too long for version 1 and the first stage to be reached. Now, of course, the ecosystem is quite fine, but in the end, you are buying our token. Yeah, so of course, we need to take a in-depth look into the token itself. So the first part, very important part, are the tokenomics. Yeah, the numbers behind the token. Why does everyone have to pay a buy or sell tax? What is this actually used for? The biggest chunk of the tax is used for BUSD rewards. Yeah, the way this works is that our contract is collecting our own token, so it is collecting bank's token from every transaction happening in a contract wallet. Let's just keep it simple. This collection is ongoing until it reaches a certain threshold. Right now, the threshold is set at 150 billion tokens collected in total. Once it reached the threshold, the next cell appearing will trigger a contract cell. Yeah, the threshold is set to an amount in which it doesn't affect the chart in a very, very negative way. Just also keep in mind, we could not pay any BUSD rewards without a contract cell happening. Yeah, but of course, we want to keep the contract cell in a considerable range, not hurting the chart too much. But then again, with the contract cell happening, you will see basically an exchange going on from our token banks into BUSD. And then the contract starts to redistribute the BUSD rewards to every single holder. From there on, after the contract sell, around 4 to 8 wallets will receive their BUSD rewards with every single transaction happening. This might take some time until you will receive your particular BUSD rewards, but then again, you can just sit back, relax, the contract works 100% fine. Yeah, we did track it a very long time. It's working 100%, and you will receive the BUSD rewards automatically. No need to manually claim them. You can do it through our dashboard if you really, really need the BUSD rewards right now. I would advise you not to do so, because you would need to pay the gas fee yourself. Basically, these are the BUSD rewards in a nutshell. Keep in mind, this is always dependent on our 24 hours trade volume. So if we have high volume, so before, I think in the peak we had around 550,000 per 24 hours traded. Right now the market is sitting in a pretty silent spot, yeah. So not that many BUSD rewards being distributed right now. But then of course, this is the reason why we are creating the fund, why we are building the ecosystem on top, yeah, just to be independent of our trade volume. Yeah, very important here. 4% are used for marketing and our fund, 2% are used for manual buyback and burns, and 1% is used for liquidity. Some quick notes for the buyback and burn, especially, and the liquidity. The buyback and burns are manually, so we have 100% control. The way this works, it is collecting BNBs, which we can then use to buy back our own token, collect them, and then proceed to burn bigger chunks of our token. We won't announce any buybacks. It doesn't matter if they are small, it doesn't matter if they are big. Yeah, we won't announce them at all. Very important here. They will happen over time, don't worry about this one, but we won't announce them. 1% liquidity fee being added, simply for the reason we are paired as Banks token with wrapped BNB. So basically BNB is directly affecting our price. If BNB falls, our price also falls. If BNB rises in price, our market cap also rises automatically due to the pairing. You need to achieve a healthy liquidity ratio. Yeah, this is why you have a 1% liquidity tax automatically allocated into the liquidity pool. This is what this is used for. Yeah, but basically, this as a quick overview of the tax. Keep in mind, very important note here, every single transaction is getting taxed. If you ever want to move your tokens, for example, from a trust wallet to a ledger, so a cold wallet, a so-called cold wallet, you can always hit us up and tell us. We can make this transaction happening tax-free, but then of course you need to talk to us. If you do not know it, we cannot make it tax-free. And also keep in mind, it might take some time. If it is a very, very serious reason because you are in fear that your wallet got compromised or anything like that, always just tag us a lot. Tag Stavros, tag one of the mods, tag us directly in the chat so we can see it as quickly as possible and handle the situation as quickly as possible. Moving on to the next point, talking a little bit about BD Capital. What have we done so far? What was happening since our launch? So of course, initially we have been having this initial team recruitment of the founders team, and we have been developing the initial idea of BD Capital, which was simply because we have our background in finance, in traditional finance. We are trained bankers, insurance agents, and a software developer. We had this idea of the DeFi space having huge potential. Obvious huge potential if you structure a company in the right way. Then we started with community building, which is quite a hard task because you actually need to build a bond between the team running the token and the actual community investing into the token, and therefore of course helping the token itself. We We had a small private sale of 12 BNB worth in total before our pink sale pre-sale, which was used for the initial marketing and for different other things. Yeah, it was a very small pre-sale. Yeah, 12 BNB, if you are talking in marketing numbers, is like nothing at all. And we used this 12 BNB to actually market our pre-sale through pink sale. The ICO was through pink sale, as I said before. We launched on the 18th of December after raising a hard cap of 75 BNB in total, which did lead to a rough market cap of $80,000 at the 18th of December. Then we launched initial marketing. Yeah, if you take a look at our chart, this looks like as if we haven't been existing right now, but this was a longer consolidation we had, which we are, if we are backtracking this, what happened after the launch and everything, which was quite nice because we did shake off a lot of nervous paper hands there, which did ultimately not really believe in the project and the business and the team. We used various marketing methods. The obvious ones, Twitter influencers. We had, of course, the listing on CoinMarketCap and Coingecko listing, and did hit a quite nice all-time high there at roughly 12.5 million in total, which was basically from the pre-sale price a rough 150x. In the meantime, we also had our first fund investments going on, so we did have the first vetting processes being done, and then the community actually voting for the first fund investments. And then this is like the time frame which we are sitting on right now. We had the rebranding going on. We have been basically overworking everything from the dev and the website, and then we are additionally launching marketing specifically targeting YouTube and TikTok. This is why we had, so you see there in the recruiting process, we did recruit Stavros as a actual team member. He is doing a very, very good job at the vetting process for YouTubers, mapping out the marketing, handling the negotiations and everything, which is basically very huge, especially with the live event coming up tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Quite nice there. Additionally, we did recruit a blockchain developer. He's called Vimal. You might see him sometimes in the chat itself. He won't be very, very active. He has a lot of things to do with his development team, but he's specifically a blockchain dev. And as you can see in the dev, they are doing a very, very nice job. As you can expect high quality content, especially for the private sale and the crowdfunding and the charity platform, which are the first stage of our ecosystem. Right now, of course, working at the company foundation. This includes a full company registration. AJ will give a little bit of insight later on, especially in regards of regulation, which is not that simple. I can tell you that, it's not that simple, but AJ will give you a little bit of insight in a second. But this, for the time frame so far, as you can see in our chart, we did have quite a nice journey already. Especially if you're thinking of the fact that the altcoin market was never really in favor of a bull run, of an actual bull run. Very nice achievement we made with a actual 150x in the previous all-time high. This is huge. This is not happening like every day in the crypto space. So just a quick overview for the marketing strategy, which Stavros specifically is mapping out. We are focusing heavily on YouTube and TikTok influencers. There have been some YouTube videos which have been released already, some smaller TikTok things being released already, but these are the things we are mainly focusing on. So for this week, which is basically the Zug live event week, we will have a lot of marketing on Reddit. We have additional Twitter. We are using stock Twits news channels. And then for the future, of course, we will still always focus, especially YouTube and TikTok, because this creates huge exposure additionally. But then, of course, we are looking for follow-up press releases through Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg. And additionally, we are looking for listings on other swaps, as for example, SafeMoon Swap. Then again, requirement there, we need to be a fully registered company. And then again, we want to do things correctly and sustainable in the future. Yeah. Additionally, exchange listings we are looking into for the future. Yeah, but this is all stuff which is lining up. Keep in mind, we as a team, so for the people which followed quite some time, we want to do things correctly. Yeah, we will rather take like 1 week more to actually pull off the things, but we want to make them rather correctly. Yeah, this is what worked previously for us, and this is what will additionally work in the future for us. Yeah, so very important side note there for the marketing strategy. Then we can move on into our project. Just a quick overview in the numbers so far. Keep in mind, we are still very, very young. Yeah, we have roughly 3,500 Telegram members. Keep in mind, we did have a lot of Twitter and Telegram promos running for our pre-sale. And these things lead to a lot of bots joining into our Telegram channel. We are cleaning this channel out over time. Yeah, we have been banning, I don't know, like hundreds, not even, if even thousands of bots already. But it is quite a task to get rid of all the bots. Yeah. So keep in mind, this number might be a little bit, not the actual number there, but nothing wrong about it. Yeah, this is what happens if you're running, especially Telegram promos. A lot of bots will join in. Just being a little bit transparent there about the fact of the bots in the Telegram channel. We have, like, naturally generated roughly 818 Twitter followers. We have built up a subreddit with roughly 600 Redditors on there, and we have roughly around. This is we didn't change it out already. This is not the fitting number from BSC scan. Need to switch this out. Just taking a quick note because this is the final presentation. Roughly, let's say 1,600 holders, which we created so far. So as you can see from the numbers, we are still a very, very, very young project. Very young project here. We will see a lot of things happening, especially from the marketing side. And of course, from the development side as well. Keep in mind, there are projects out there which do not have a single running utility, and they are sitting in the millions and millions of the market cap, and sometimes you would need to ask yourself, why do they not have a running utility until now? But then again, just a quick overview of our project in numbers so far. And then I will hand over the microphone, so I can say it this way, back to AJ with his point. What is a BD Capital?
Yeah, thanks for the insight on the ecosystem and on the token. Now I come back to sort of the real life things that are happening behind BD Capital. As Puka stated before, we do need to incorporate because there are a lot big numbers of projects out there just putting the project in the world and not thinking about the aftermath. What happens a week later, a year later, 10 years later? And I can say all of them will eventually die off because there will be legal regulations, fiscal regulations, all of that destroying the projects. So we going this extra step and incorporating, building a firm basis, a firm legal footing for the project to continue, not only for months but for years. most likely decades, if everything is going according to plan. So we set ourselves up various stages that we want to achieve in the future. We started with stage A, the kickoff. We were looking for lawyers. We were looking for institutions, for countries where we can incorporate our project. And with the kickoff, we partnered with the BDO. That's a company in Switzerland that is specialized in company consulting, but also in crypto project consulting. And we had a kickoff meeting via Zoom, stating the things we want, that the lawyers told us what could be possible, how can we do this. And for now, and then we created a roadmap for ourselves, what we have to do. And on Friday, when we're in Zug, we will be at the branch of BDO, and we will have the initial meeting, signing all the contracts and stuff like this, for starting the incorporation process. This will take lots of time because we have like fiscal lawyers, we have lawyers, we have advisors there preparing the different steps with us. This will cost a lot of money because there is no such institution as we will become. There's no such company as we will become. So everything we do as a first. And we have to check out legal obligations. We have to check out tax obligations. We have to found the company itself. And it's always the hardest if no one has done it before. So we literally taking huge amounts of monies from ourselves for the incorporation and then working stage by stage upwards the ladder. After Friday, we will immediately begin with stage B, which would be the incorporation process, yeah, the legal foundation, making sure we have the legal capacity to actually act in the real world, act in the crypto world as a legal entity. Therefore, we have to figure out how the company and therefore the token and the fund have to be structured to be legal in itself. This will be the next step. After stage B, after we incorporated, we are talking to fiscal authorities. Because if there's money, there's always money laundering laws. There are tax laws you have to apply or to get around, basically. This is a whole new step. We will be in talks with federal agencies. We will find a way to sort this out. But I can't tell you right now how the way will look like because, again, we are the first to do this. And we have to pave the way for basically for future projects that want to go the same way. But we are the visionaries in this case. And so this is a whole stage in itself, figuring out all the things regarding tax laws and stuff like this. And finally, if we reach stage D, our goal is to how can I put this, to put some legal clarity on smart contracts. Because for now, I don't know if everybody of you knows this, but a smart contract can't be legally be an owner of a building, for example. So all these building NFTs are have no legal footing that is sustainable. So in stage D, if we're incorporated, if we are a legal entity, we will go out there and make crypto and crypto laws achievable for other people, and therefore growing our company within the boundaries of the law and probably um, yeah, fixing the law now and then when it needs fixing. So stage D is For the future, stage A is literally happening right now, and stage B and C will be in the short-term future. But now you have an overview what happens. And if we continue with slide 20, at the next slide, you can see why it's important to have the ecosystem compared with a company. And that's all about at the moment. We have the BD Capital token, the thing you are all invested or will be invested in the future if you're not a holder right now. This is the vehicle for you guys to join us in the path of this project. But this vehicle needs clarification, because right now, if we just would set up the fund and we'll pay out money to you guys, because the fund is allocating earnings or something like this, it would be nothing short than illegal, because there is no prospect laws we're following, there is no money laundering laws we're following. That's why we have the token to fundraise some money, to fundraise a community that helps us achieving our goals. Next step is the launchpad. Yeah, the launchpad needs development for sure. That's why we're here. That's why I and Paul and Vimal and Simply and Stavros are working every day pretty hard to get things going. But in the end, the launchpad will be a service that BD Capital provides for other people, and therefore will earn money from providing that service. And if a company earns money, it can give back to investors. That's the part where you as investor of BD Capital make the money. We have to work with it. We also earn the money. You don't have to work with it, because I don't consider diamond handing work. But in the end, you will profit from this, being a company that can put out services. Next up is the NFT market. Same procedure. Yeah, it's a service we will provide for other people to use, generating money, generating a stream of income to put back to the investors. But the beautiful thing on the NFT market, NFT marketplace, is it's versatile. Yeah, and there is the sustainability I talked about earlier. For now, it's just funny pictures you can buy and sell, but NFTs have so much more in the future to be part of. Yeah, it's a proof of work concept. You can do legitimation or something like this with NFT. NFT as a technique is just in the beginning, and if we can provide a way for NFT minters, for NFT artists, or NFT developers, if we can provide this vehicle to work with it, we will be set up for a future we don't even know, or that isn't existing right now. So not only we're generating income for our investors, but then again setting ourselves up for the future. And that's why a company is needed to coordinate all this stuff. And the next slide, please. Thanks a lot. And that's where we come to the future developments, because now we have this NFT thing as a reachable, as a grabbable concept, how the future could look like. But then again, there are I'm sure a lot of technologies we don't even know about at the moment, and we need the company to have the ecosystem reacting to all the things that can happen. Because if you stop evolving, you stop growing. You can see this probably with Nokia. It was a big company that stopped evolving, and now they're non-existent because sorts like Samsung or Apple took their place. And that's why we said up our structure, our company, our ecosystem to react to future developments. Could also be that we're creating an old exchange for the people that are new to crypto to make it more accessible. There are so many layers in this ecosystem we can react in the future, which means there are so many layers for investors to have future streams of incomes. And that's where I come to the scalability. Because in the end, for an investor, all that counts is the scalability. If I put in $1, what can this $1 do? And we are so multi-leveled, multi-layered in BD Capital that it's basically the dream for an investor. Because we can take this $1 now, and we can show you, we can tell you, we can draw you what this $1 can become. Because we have the plans, we have the foundation, and we have the ideas. So the $1 can scale in a 10x, in a 20x, in a passive income. Yeah, who knows? But it will scale. And for an investor, this is the most important part. Yeah? Buying a great company cheap, as Warren Buffett says. This is scalability, and we have heaps of them. Then in the end, there's like the stage D in corporation. Yeah, if we've done all this, yeah, for example, let's take Apple again. Yeah, a lot of people now say they are not innovative. They have no innovations anymore. They grew big and they grew old. They're not doing anything. Well, if we reached all of our goals, if we have a working DEX, if we have an NFT marketplace, if we have the landing platform, the token, probably somewhere in a second token, and the fund is running. If we achieved all of this, we are at the end of our scalability, assumably. But then again, we can take the knowledge we obtained, we can take the things we were the first to do it and bring it out to other projects, bring it out to real world companies, bring it out to other people, consulting them. Then again, finding a way of scalability by not selling products but selling knowledge. So this is the start of a journey that has so many layers and so many paths to go on that I can't say where we end up, but I can say we will end up there successful. And that's the most important thing for an investment. And that's basically the key essence of this presentation, yeah? We have the plans, we have the knowledge, we have the ideas, and we have the infrastructure, the ecosystem to do all of these things. So success might be might be the only thing that could happen to us. That's why I'm coming to my closing slide. My thanks. Because I wanted to close with yet another quote. If you can remember, I started with a quote of Steve Jobs on crazy people. But now we do have a quote that, in my opinion, just sums up the crypto space perfectly. Um, Steve Jobs said, all the people sit down and ask, what is it? But the boy asks, what can I do with it? Yeah. And the conventional investment companies and investors and managers of funds or something like this, they look down on crypto and say, what is this? That's a joke. But we're sitting here as the boys, as a young project, and we ask ourselves, what can we do with it? And we found some beautiful ways to do something with it. And that's the key point. That's why we will be successful. And that's why it is no financial advice, but perfect idea to invest in Banker's Dream and hold it till you die, basically. A good investment, you buy and hold it till you die. And that's what we want to provide. Thank you very much. For now, we've finished with the presentation. Please ask us your questions.
Seems like we are done, huh?
Yep.
What is... Our timing is on point now.
I had to speed up a little in the end, but...
Yeah. I tend to talk too much, and you also tend to talk too much, so we need to shorten out the things a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, but basically we are very excited for tomorrow. Yeah, like seriously excited for tomorrow, of course. Will be very, very nice. What Stavros said, couldn't join the AMA. Yeah, don't worry, man. You did send the pictures in already from what happened at your place. Just quite crazy. Oh, too many chats open. Where's the YouTube chat? Here. Is it too late to change the logo to buy and hold on?
Well, the new era of investing is catchier, but we will... Wait a second.
Ah, he got disturbed there. Yeah, but might be a little bit too late to change the logo. But basically, you got the message we want to deliver on point, I guess. Yeah, there's just a lot of potential. Yeah, especially with all of the background work going on. Yeah, a lot of potential in this business. So
yeah,
we will be
I
looking
got
forward.
disturbed. Sorry.
Yeah, we got aware that you got disturbed.
So basically, we as trained bankers, we have in our DNA to not just advise people on investing, but to educate them in investing. Yeah, because only things you do understand, you can truly believe in. And so I won't say to the face of a Swiss investors guy, buy and hold until you die, because it could disturb him. But we want to deliver that message.
Are you prepared for the questions with people who don't know anything about crypto? Like, how is it this not a pyramid scheme? People who don't know, that is where their mind goes. Yes, yes. We just finished to answer a question sheet which had, I think, roughly 50 questions.
Yeah, up to 60.
Yeah, a lot of questions there. Not the usual crypto questions you would get. But yeah, we are very prepared, I can tell you.
Yeah, these are you have probably to rethink. The guys that are sitting there are bankers and CEOs and stuff like this. They have a very different approach on looking at things. So the questionnaire we got are pretty different questions. Good questions, basic questions, but questions from a different viewpoint that also helped us to develop and to evolve within the project. And so we're prepared as hell.
Yes, a lot of preparation put into the event, actually. Yeah, because good question there. You guys nervous for tomorrow? Any chance of stay? No, not at all. This is not the first time for us to publicly speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's of course you are always nervous in this I would say positive way, yeah, because of course there's a lot of time which we used for the live event. Yeah, we are putting in a lot of effort. Of course, we want to see the effort to actually pay off. Yeah, But being nervous there, as as for example that we are shaking or something like this, no, won't happen.
Yeah, I have to say I'm more nervous before AMAs because I'm used to speak to people, to, and B, I love to see the faces of the people I'm talking to. That's why I never could become a Twitch streamer, because I can't see you guys, and this makes it way harder. I love to talk in front of physical human beings. That's why tomorrow and the day after tomorrow will be a bit easier than the usual AMAs. And yeah, and with the questionnaire, or with the Q&A questions we got from various people, we saw that we didn't have to prepare the answers because we could instantly answer all of them. We had to write it down. Some of them were more in depth and we had to write down because it's big questions and big answers. Yeah, a lot of words used there. But the fact that we immediately could answer all of them just reassures us that we now know our own project and that we will do just fine there. Because there's no question we can't answer.
Basically, yes, which is very important. Yeah, we did not need to think about any question there. Yeah, this was not needed, which is basically a good sign, I would say.
But basically, the only thing we had to think on was the phrasing, because no native speakers there. But in the end, it works out. And Robert, I can reassure you, Paul is evolving into a a full-time influencer, preparing his workplace to be webcam friendly and preparing his setup on the PC to be video friendly, I have to say.
Yeah, we can just drop it. Yeah, this is nothing to be which we need to hide, but you can expect two different things. Thing one is that we will have the live EMAs. At least you will be able to see my beautiful face in the AMAs in the future. Yeah? And additionally, you will see me like full time committing to the project.
Yes.
Yeah. Which, for the people which do not understand what I mean, yeah, we're still working our day jobs, but I decided to actually drop out of the day job after Zug. Doesn't matter in which direction the event in Zug goes, yeah. If it's positive, negative, or just neutral, doesn't matter at all. But there is too much potential in BD Capital, and we need at least one committing full time.
Yeah, and we start off with Paul committing full time because committing both full time would be too big of a monetary risk for the project, because still have to feed families and pay rents. But with Paul starting committing full time, probably if it's just small things like doing an AMA for other time zones, which would be in the morning for us or something like this, just helps immensely. That's why we decided to take this step in this direction. And that's why he is preparing, because he has the technical capabilities, as you probably can tell in the difference of our microphones, of our microphone quality, that he's preparing himself and his setup for the next steps. Well, I'm beautiful in my own in my own ways. Yeah, we look if probably when you see pictures from the Zug event or something like this, we are both beautiful, but we definitely both go in different directions of the term beautiful.
No, yeah, you do not need to cover any of our faces, I would say it this way. So pretty positive about this one. Will you need more developers in the future? Right now, we are like pretty set, yeah, especially with the blockchain dev who joined in. It's not only one person, basically, yeah. It's one person which basically joined in actively in the team, but in the background is like a full stack development team for the blockchain parts.
And even for the looks, simplify looks like the cliche of a developer, but in a positive way. He's most definitely showable, but then again goes another direction as Paul and myself are going.
Yeah, definitely. Oh no, podcast Paul. Don't give me this nickname. Like honestly, I don't like podcast Paul.
I'm still trying to convince him on podcasts, but he's not a fan of it right now.
The thing is, I honestly, yeah, I never listened to a podcast myself. What is the difference between AMAs, for example, and podcasts? Yeah, I honestly do not have any clue, actually. But if you can sell me the idea as a community to actually have podcasts, especially with me running that thing full time, yeah, and I actually have the time to do so, um, I might consider it in the future. How many people submitted questions? I don't know the amount of people, but I would say roughly, yeah, I would say roughly 50 people submitted questions beforehand. I think a lot of people will listen first to the presentation and then ask a lot of questions afterwards. Yeah. But yeah, this will be a very, very interesting event. So for Thursday, there will be this more traditional finance people attending the event, and then on Friday, there will be this more crypto people attending the event. So let's see how this goes. You all guys doing our AMAs. Good job, guys. That is promising to have that many submissions. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because this already shows that people at least did a little bit of research. Yeah, they at least took a look at our website, and you like honestly, these people, they won't attend and waste their time if they wouldn't see like at least a little bit of potential there. And of course, they are looking forward to this informational event with us answering all of their questions. But then again, a very good sign to have a lot of questions beforehand. Definitely. Podcast would just be like with guests. Ah, all right.
Yeah, that's the idea I try to sell to Paul. But then again, I guess it's the German genes. Yeah, you first have to deliver and then think on fancy things like this. So for now, we now get a feeling we did a good enough job to support you guys and to yeah überzeugen
Convince.
to convince you guys that we can do what we're doing. So for now, we have just to convince a broader audience that we believe ourselves that people actually would hear something like this. Oh yeah, run. We can get anything with running. That would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. We've been talking to him already for some stuff, and as we all know, Ron is very very committed to the project, and he is
We love
setting up
run.
his YouTube channel. I think it's called Crypto Junkies. Um, so yes, looking forward to his show to actually launch. Yeah,
We love Run and Run Junior. Big part of the community. We're
definitely.
humbled to have such great personalities in our community. All the names we see again and again, checking in daily, checking in once a week. Yeah, but still they're here and committed and they're walking the journey with us. So we could we couldn't have had any more wishes for a first time dev team. Yeah, you guys are amazing, supporting us, which keeps us driving and keeps us delivering day after day. And that's why this project is a one of a kind, and you can tell. And now I know this, Paul knows this, you guys know this, and now our job is to convince the people in Zug tomorrow that are sitting in front of a one of a kind opportunity. Yeah, next Amazon. Well, I don't plan on sell things except merch, so probably not Amazon.
Probably not. Do you have an estimate on attendance? Do you have the number in your head right now?
I know around roughly 100 people got invited, and we have like half of them already like said yes, they're coming. But in the end, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow will tell how many people there. We have the billboards there, we have the newspaper marketing there. So in the end, I really can't tell an estimate on attendance. Could be 5 people, which would be huge because we as crypto project have a real life event. Even if one person is showing up, this would be huge because we would never have dreamt about actually attracting people that are not in the Telegram space, not in the Reddit space. But if there are 20 people, it's a success, and everything on top of 20 is just a dream. Yeah. So my humble estimate is 20 people, but I hope for more. And as far as I can tell, there will be more, which is a bit frightening, but then again, a huge opportunity. And that's why we will have a lot of fun the next 2 days.
Oh yes, a lot of fun involved there. With you before there was a Token project not going anywhere. Like if we think back, like do you remember the times when we have been sitting with 20 or I think 25 people in the Telegram group, just handling all of the stuff from the early stage, which was amazing journey, again, which we took so far, and amazing to see that we did keep so many of the very early people. Yeah, this is just amazing.
And on the other hand, it's amazing because in the beginning with 25 people in the Telegram, it was easy to check on all the messages. But now we have, I sometimes wake up to 2K, 3K messages, can't read them all. In the short time span in the morning between brushing my teeth and driving to work, but the community, so we never wanted to use, for example, paid mods, because a paid mod can't do the work a non-paid mod can do, because non-paid mod is more committed. And out of this people supporting us, we grow a lot of helping hands. For example, Moneybin, aka Stavros, yeah? He's taking so much pressure away from us that we can focus on different things. It's just amazing. And we did this in December, January, February, March, not even half a year. Yeah, like 4 months for now. This is just amazing. If we can keep this upward spiral, in the speed we are having it right now, I can't even imagine what could happen. And that's partly because of such a dedicated community that brings out raw gems like Stavros, who's doing a great job.
Would the team stay longer if other future investors want you to? Well, if let's keep it this way. If we have the opportunity to stay longer, yeah, because this is always, yeah, we do need to sleep somewhere, and it's only booked until Saturday. Yeah, we can't sleep in the car. But of course, if there is a particular reason for us to stay there a day longer or something like this, or even to come back again, no problem at all. Of course not. Of course not. This is actually what we want to achieve there.
Yeah. Basically, if someone says, "Okay, I like your presentation. I just come to my house on Sunday, and we will have a talk about it over a cup of tea," I wouldn't say no. Most likely not. I will. I'd have to pay one night in a hotel because, uh, again, if you've seen pictures of us, you will understand. But we don't fit as three into the car to sleep in there. There's no way we hardly can drive as free down there. We tried it while driving to the tailor, but then again, if it helps the project, why not? Huh? We are dedicated with the project. It's the future. It's our future. It's your future, and it's fun to stay a day longer. So yeah.
Definitely. All right.
If one of these guys comes up and says, "Okay, I have a squash group or football friends, soccer friends, yeah, for the Americans, that could be interested. Let's meet them up on Sunday. We will have a third presentation. Why not? We have the capabilities, we have the presentation, we have the technical things to do a presentation with us."
Yeah, why not? No, there's nothing really stopping us, honestly. But I used to be in a punk band, slept in so many weird places just to follow my dreams. Yeah, definitely. This is sometimes what you really need to do, right?
That's what dedication looks like. But then again, I think talking to real money investors, I should at least have a shower in
Like at least a shower and brush your teeth, yeah.
the yeah. And then again, we most definitely will come back to Germany again, because wives and girlfriends are waiting for us.
All right. Do we have some additional questions? Because we need to finish up a little bit more. It's getting late slowly here, and we need to wake up tomorrow a bit early. Yes, please shower. Oh man.
Yeah, it's the next thing. Before an AMA, I don't have to shower. Before a real life AMA, I should.
You most likely should. All right.
All right, guys. That's it for now.
Yeah, I think that's it for today. We will keep you all updated. Yeah, don't worry about this one. I guess Stavros shouldn't have. I hope he doesn't have like a lot of power problems tomorrow because he had some very, very nice things planned and mapped out. But we will see. We will see how things goes. Don't worry. We will rock the things as usual. And we are very excited for tomorrow, can tell you.
Yes, I'm hyped.
All right, people. Then I will end the stream for today and we will keep you all updated, right? Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye.
Have a good night. Bye.